And on the job injury here, sends a local man to the ER for a CAT scan, but it's the bill that's what made him sick.
Wait until you hear this. Fox 13 consumer reporter Surbani Banerjee tells us why this same procedure can cost 40 times more, 40 times, depending on where you go and the insurance you use.
That's bull. That really is. That's unjustifiable.
Calling bull on a bill.
I'm sorry. It's wrong.
The cost of a CAT scan has this tech for a music and entertainment company stunned.
Figured it was just the bill for the emergency room getting a cut, maybe $1,000 at that at the most, and I open it up and sure enough, it's $17,862.
Roger Damaris slipped while moving equipment. Brandon Regional treated the injury and did the CAT scan as a precaution since it was a head injury. Because he was hurt on the job, Damaris took the hospital bill to his boss at Coldman Music.
He was freaking out. I mean, when I first saw it, I thought it was a joke too. I mean, I thought maybe it was a typo error.
But it's no error. Turns out when you file a bill under workers' comp versus private insurance, the price can skyrocket.
They send that bill along. Workers' compensation carriers pay 43% more than the average health insurance company.
Brandon Regional acknowledging the difference in prices, stating, quote, "What patients pay has more to do with the type of insurance coverage one has than their charges. Insurance plans, including workers' compensation plans, negotiate payments with hospitals. Industry-wide, prices aren't based on the actual services, but the relative bargaining power of the insurance providers. Only government plans, Medicare and Medicaid, are not negotiated."
And if a $17,000 bill comes in, typically they will pay, Medicare or the government pays 80% of what that private insurance company would pay.
Florida is one of the few states that requires price transparency in health care under a new law signed into effect by Governor Rick Scott. That way consumers can compare costs online.
It just fell
But
down.
in a case like Damaris's, he had rushed to the ER.
Folks go to the healthcare providers scared, and they're afraid to ask questions about what things cost and whether they can get it for something that would be less expensive elsewhere.
HealthcareBlueBook.com and FairHealthConsumer.org are nonprofit databases that help consumers estimate and plan medical costs. We checked CAT scan without contrast like Damaris received. The fair price, according to those sites, around $300. Hospitals will always be more expensive than off-site imaging centers, though. Brandon Regional stating, hospital pricing takes into account the need to be prepared to deliver the most advanced care around the clock, compared to other care points that have less regulatory requirements and provide services during a much shorter time frame. Damaris's employer's workers' comp will cover that big bill for his injury, but the company's deductible will likely go up, just like with home or auto insurance, or worse, could drop them completely.
I can't justify $17,862.
Surbani Banerjee for Fox 13 News.